I'm Dr. Caitlin. What brings you in today?
Hi, I'm here because I'm not sure about my major right now.
Okay, that's a big struggle for a lot of people your age. So, what I like to do is start off with let's talk about what you like to do in terms of hobbies and what your favorite subject in school right now is.
Well, I enjoy creating my own art,
Okay.
helping other people with anything they need help on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Yeah.
art. What kind of art? Do you prefer hands on, like drawing or painting, or do you prefer digital?
I'm pretty drawing and painting.
Okay. Have you taken any digital media classes?
Yeah, I tried Art 112, which is Photoshop. I kind of liked it, but I don't really like the digital part.
Okay. Um, well, that is a bit of a challenge because a lot of media right now is moving more towards digital art in terms of advertisements, but there could still be a field for you, especially if you're very good at it. Um, if it might just be easier to find a career if you move into digital art. I know that there are a lot of new programs and programs that help with physically drawing it, but then transferring that onto a computer. So you might be able to do that. You could also do art for authors, because that can be quite a challenge for an author to find somebody that is a good artist that can do really what they want, and make their characters really come to life. So you could maybe do that, make comic books maybe.
Um, I'm not really sure because I heard that in the art field you can't really make a living out of it.
It is more difficult. You really have to have a drive for it, and you really have to, you know, practice all the time and put yourself out there and understand that, you just got to keep doing it, and you're gonna get a lot of people that'll turn you down,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to keep going and keep doing it. Are your parents supportive of the art, or is it more they want you to go into something that'll be a little steadier?
Well, coming from a Filipino family, they're not really supportive, so they make me get into the medical field.
Okay. Have you taken any medical classes that sparked any interest for you?
Well, mostly psychoanalysis.
Okay.
And I think taking an interest on those.
Okay. Well, I would say maybe a way you could potentially blend the two together is take some psychology classes, and maybe you could make a comic book series for people that are learning that they're having developmental disorders, and making comics about what that's like, and that it's not so much of a disability as just a different way that their brain works, and helping explain it in a way that they can understand.
So, do you recommend any like classes for that?
Um, I would recommend. When I was a first starting student, I actually did take a comics class, which at the end you had to make a comic, a little mini comic around research. So you had to do all this research, but you had to make a comic out of it. Um, so in that case, you might be able to start something with that. I would also recommend taking some more classes, see if you really do like psychology, because it can be a very tough field to deal with. Because what kind of psychology are you looking at? Do you like just helping people in general, or maybe more towards children, or couples therapy, or trauma therapy, anything like that?
Just helping people in general. I
Okay.
don't know, it just makes me feel good. Just helping them.
Of course. Well, in that case, you'd probably want to look more towards a counselor than necessarily a full psychologist or psychiatrist. So maybe talk to your school counselor and ask them, what their career path was like, because obviously I'm more of a psychologist than counselor. But you might ask them, do an interview with them, and maybe see if they have any recommendations for classes for you. Um, you could look into maybe just a counseling class. Does your school provide that?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm taking a counseling class this semester, so
Okay.
I'm hoping that helps me like go towards that field.
Okay, that's a good first step. What year are you?
Now a junior here in UH Russell.
Okay. That's a little late, but you can still always change it. You can always take more schooling. Your parents are looking more. Are they looking more towards medical, or are they more supportive of the psychology?
Anything that's in the medical field, they're
Okay.
fine with it.
Okay. Well, there's that. At least you at least found something that you enjoy doing that is part of the medical field. Because it can be quite challenging when your parents aren't helping to support you with it.
Yeah.
4 minutes? Okay.
We're left.
For life.
Well, any other hobbies that you have besides art and maybe psychology?
Well, I like working in the outdoors, I guess, getting my hands dirty.
Okay. Okay. That's different. So more gardening, or maybe you could go into conservationist work.
Yeah. Sometimes I try to help my dad garden in our yard.
Okay. There is, maybe you could do a study abroad program with some conservationist efforts, and people in the medical field can go into other countries and help in those areas and still do conservation work as well. So you're gonna have to, know how to deal with people, know how to deal with the environment, and just you need a lot of knowledge to do that, but that might be something you might be interested in since you do like helping people. So you could help the environment, or just go into other countries that are less able to help their own people and help them. So that could be something you might be interested in. You could maybe make flyers for them as part of your art interest as well, because it's very difficult for those programs to really get their message out there. So they need good PR and good artists to help them really get people interested.
So do you know like any programs I can get into?
Not off the top of my head, unfortunately, but that we could research that if that's something that you really think that would be good for you to do. It might help get you away from your family a little bit too, which for some people that can really help them figure out what they want instead of having all this pressure. Doing a study abroad program can really open your eyes up to what the world is like and help you feel less pressure and be like, okay, I've found what I want to do. So that can be helpful. Are there any other concerns that you have right now?
Well, I'm not currently working, but I would like to like get a job just to get some money and maybe get some experience.
Of course, that's always a big step too. Beginning jobs tend to be retail or food industry, unfortunately. Retail, you do end up working with a lot of customers, so that could help develop those skills of really helping individuals and maybe make you more interested in psychology as well. Because you can bring the skills from your psychology and counseling class into the retail field.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. So yes, we definitely have a lot to think about. Do your own research, obviously. Try to look into what you would like and talk to your school counselors as well. And other than that, if you have more questions or concerns or anything comes up, you can always come talk to me. Of course.
5. 4,
Just
2,
a couple seconds.
1. Okay.